Good morning, everyone. Uh, as you see, my name is Jasper. I'm head of channel at efficy. efficy is a European CRM and MarTech vendor. We pretty much only operate in Europe. And what the process that we are going through today is trying to change 50 million euros in ARR organization in direct sales, convincing those people that they should be doing channel. Because we were 9 months ago, we have zero in channel numbers. So to the point where when I started, on our battle cards, it literally said as an advantage against our competitors that you could buy directly from us. So that's a bit of a challenge that we are facing, or that I am facing, and luckily I'm not doing that alone. I've got Alessandra here as well, who is our partner operations manager. And what I want to do today is take you through our last 9 months of starting a strategy, building the program, building the portal, launching it, and showing you our initial results. And I saw some of the names. I'm sure some of the numbers you might see might feel a bit underwhelming for you guys. I sat yesterday across the table with somebody who told me he had 17,000 partners. I don't have 17,000 partners. We are not there yet. Hopefully, we are going to be there in the future. We are not there yet. So, but that's it. That's what I'm going to do today. So, what I believe, honestly, is too often partnerships are an afterthought. And I think we really need something that, as partner leaders, that allows us to grab our seat at the table. It's if you're chronically online like I am, a lot of the things are talking about getting our seat at the table. Mike said it also, like we've got all pretty much very lean teams, very hard to prove. Attribution is a word that's often mentioned. Everybody in your organization is probably fighting for deal attribution. So a lot of the things need to have good programs in place. But before I start, want to ask, are there any runners in the room? No? Couple. It's it. Um, while I was onboarding at Palo Alto Networks about 10 years ago now, I heard this gentleman, Rebomali, say a quote that still sticks with me 10 years later. And the quote was, working at Palo Alto Networks feels like running a marathon, but you have to do it at sprint speed. Now, for the runners in the room, anybody tried to run a marathon at sprint speed? I did one 2 years ago and about 20 kilos ago as well. Um, you can't. You can't run a marathon at sprint speed. So, for past 10 years, I've been thinking about what did Rene mean? Because he genuinely meant what he said. You have to run that marathon at sprint speed when you work up at an organization like Palo Alto. And what what I realize now is, like, if you're trying to do that on your own, you're not going to get there. The only way you can do it at running a marathon at sprint speed is if you relay. If you relay, you can do it in group. You can do it in a time of 1:57. For the non-runners, that's sprint speed. So in business, how does this translate to business? Well, it is channel sales. You have to relay with your partners. You have to do it together. That's the only way you can get success like some biggest companies in the world. You need to have channel. Palo Alto doesn't just sell. They build a repeatable, scalable partner strategy to the point, and I don't know if people in the back can read this, but they, in their SEC filings, they need to mark dependence on their channel partners. That's the point where they have their channel strategy. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about today. But of course, nobody said it would be easy, because otherwise everybody would be very successful at it. Unfortunately, like I've seen a lot of partner programs over the last 15 years that I'm now in IT, and most unfortunately don't work. And that's not because partnerships don't matter. It's because they aren't designed to be successful. And what do I mean with that is that there's a couple of things that usually are not in place. First thing is there's not really a clear structure. Partners don't per se know where they fit in your organization. A second one why most of us are here today, probably, if I ask you how many tools you ask your partner to log into, there's very few organizations that say one. Very few. But you have to realize that you are probably one of many vendors that your partner is partnering with. So if we all go out and we ask these partners to log into 5 portals, guess how many they're going to log into? Exactly 0. Because they don't. They've got their own internal tooling, and you're asking them to add another 5 tools to that set. And there's probably 20, 25 other vendors asking them to do the same thing. So scattered tooling is another one. No progression paths, no real incentives to grow with the program, a lack of support. I mean, and our own organization is coming from a direct sales model that doesn't understand channel sales. So quite often, and efficy has tried this before, but whenever we had signed up partners, they very often felt abandoned because they have a channel manager, but okay, channel manager, but like support, sales, PS, CSMs, they don't get to speak to those people very often. And the most important one is for many organizations, that say we want to go into partnerships, and efficy was exactly the same. They had the idea, we want to do partnerships. But nobody had an idea what partnerships actually meant and how to do it. They just said, like, we see a lot of companies that are successfully partnerships, but they didn't want to adjust their sales strategy because we're doing 50 million in ARR. So we're doing something good. So we're not going to change that, but you need to build partnerships next to that. And that's exactly the problem, building partnerships next to your sales organization. Sales and partnerships that aren't aligned is a big reason why most partnerships program fails. Because what you end up with is confused partners, wasted time for you and for your partners, and a lot of lost revenue, because setting up the partnerships program requires significant investment for a lot of companies. And you do need time to get that ROI out of it. And if you don't get that time, your board ends up looking like this. So what did we do? Well, we built our strategy on 3 pillars of success. The first one, best-in-class incentives. We are new to the partnerships game in our industry. We knew from the get-go, if we want to attract partners, we need to offer them best-in-class incentives. This gives them a clear reason to sell. But that's not the only thing, because we need more. We decided we wanted to give them 360-degree support. And I'll tell you later what exactly that means, but it's very important. And then lastly, a unified partner portal. I made a promise, and I still make a promise every first conversation I have with a new potential partner, that I will give you one login. Everything else, if you, and Alessandra knows this, in our organization, like, so, for example, a learning system. We actually introduced 6 months ago internally a new learning management system. And the team that introduced it was like very proud. Okay, we've launched it, and they're offering our partners free entry to it. And I said no. And in partner team, you might want to close your ears now. Their LMS is better than what Impartner has built in, but I would have to give them another login. So I said no. I want everything in the same portal, to the point where we are now copying courses from our internal LMS to the Impartner functionality, because it works. It does what it has to do. So diving a bit deeper in those pillars, best-in-class incentives. If your partners don't see a financial upside, they won't prioritize your product. So our model follows a couple of principles. First is competitive margins. Like I said, partners need direct financial reason to support. Then the next one is tiered incentives. And we make those tiered incentives visible to them so that they see, if we do more, we will get more. And we show that to them in the portal, like, hey guys, if you sell another 50K this quarter or this year, you will actually end up earning a lot more over the course of the full year, rather than just selling that 50K. We also offer them market development funds, because we need to help our partners drive demand, and we need to put our own skin in their game as well. We are asking them to do the same thing. And then at the end of the year, we also offer them rebates. We set individual targets for each partner. Each partner has an individual revenue target that if they hit that revenue target, that is an agreement. That's not something that we say to that you need to do 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. We agree on a number with them. Like, guys, what do you think you can do? What do I think you can do? And then we put that in our business plan that lives also in the portal. And if you hit that, you can get a rebate from us at the end of the year. So these are designed to get people excited. But then partnerships, quite as some partnerships do, people get excited. People get very excited about things, but then they feel left alone. Because everybody's like, we have a partnership, LinkedIn pictures taken, and now what? Because your contacts at that partner is probably not exactly going to be the person that's selling your product. That's a whole other team at that partner. So even the best incentives won't work if partners feel like they're left on their own. So supporting them is critical. And that is why in my very first presentation at efficy, I had one slide. It's this one. Who does channel? Because everybody was expecting me to say like, yeah, we do channel, and yeah, like I will do this, and this. And I said, no, everybody does channel. I don't care if you are a salesperson. I don't care if you're a PS, if you're a CSM, if you are a BDR, if you are support, if you are legal. Your counterpart at our partner should not have to call me to get to talk to you. So that's what I told them. You will get a whole new set of colleagues. The only difference is they're on different payroll. They're not on our payroll. But we treat our partners exactly like we would treat our own employees. And they can speak to their counterparts at efficy that do the same job, so they can get the information straight from the source. And then the last thing, and that's where everything comes together, of course, is our partner portal. That partner portal is the engine that drives all of that scalability, and it enables our partners to get what they need when they need it, and preferably delivered to them automatically so that they don't need to log in. Now, how do we do that? This is the first thing that we present to them in the portal. It's in a glance view. They can see exactly what is important to them. So your open pipeline, your closed revenue, what's closing your next 90 days, and we made the button to register a deal very big. So obviously we'll want them to do that. It's all about, like Ed, this dashboard in itself is designed to just keep them focused and to present them the information they need as quickly as possible to get them to do what they need. Then under that, the next view, if you scroll down, is focus on collaboration. So it presents to them immediately who their key contacts are. You can connect directly from the portal with that key contact, and it provides them the view of their pipeline mouse. Then we present them with journeys. Every role at a partner has a custom journey. So whether you are sales or whether you are the master user for that partner, which is usually the partner manager or somebody leading partnerships, or you are a PS or professional services, or you are a customer care agent, everybody has a separate journey that takes them through different steps of their onboarding program, and that guides them through. That gives them clarity on what we expect them to do, but also gives us visibility into where are individual people at these partners. Because when you start a relationship with a partner, once you have a signature from a partner, a lot of people think now everything will work. But you don't sign a partner per se, because a partner, a name, will not do anything for you. It's the people at that partner that you need to enable. And all of our town managers are asking when they sign a partner to get a full list of all employees. So we can upload them, can give them access, and we can assign them automatically the right group, the right journey for the right type of use. We also try and provide it to them in their local language. I mean, we are Europe focused. So this is a huge thing for us. And this was a huge thing for us also when we were looking at different platforms, different portals, that it would be very easy to provide it to them in their local language. And then also what was important for us is that we try to make it as easy as possible for them to do things. And next slide I'm going to show you has an example of that, of what we have been able to provide our partners with that has very easy functionality. And it's a video, I hope it works. But essentially what this does is give them an easy feature like being able to voice their deal registration. I'm registering a deal now in the efficy partner portal powered by Impartner with my voice. I'm going to do it by clicking on start recording. And now I will register a deal for Brighton Limited, company in the UK. And the deal is worth 15,000 euros. And I expect to close the deal in September of 2025, with my decision maker being John Doe. So as you see, I've clicked submit and the deal has submitted successfully. If I now go to see my deals, I will have it here, a deal for Brighton Limited. The approval is pending because obviously on the back end, we have not approved it yet. And here I see the amounts and the close dates. Courtesy on Ben getting this feature. Thank you, Ben. But that's not the only thing, because I said also like delivered automatically. This piece, for example, allows us to, for each deal stage, for each deal, they get sent automatically in their inbox. If when they change the deal stage, they get sent a relevant document to that stage. So for example, here in the discovery stage, this is when they first register a deal, they will get sent an initial presentation and a set of discovery questions that we have found to be very successful in that stage for us. So features like this really embodies that motto, get what you need when you need it, delivered automatically. And I think that's very important, because if you wait for your partner to log into your portal, it's going to be difficult. You need to deliver them. Like, we also have other things like if they haven't logged in for a while, or if we introduce a new feature, we automatically reach out to them. And then also, I think, and this was also very important to me when we were testing different portals. It was, can I manage it myself and can I do it very quickly? And I actually looked it up this morning, and I don't know, Boris is already gone in a room, or because I don't see him anymore. But when we signed the deal, I almost ruined Pierre's Christmas. But we did get it done in time. But we had our kickoff call with the project manager on 14th of January. And in that call, I told them that I want to go live turn of February. And I see some people, it's like, yeah, what? And that was exactly what Boris said to me. So essentially what I did is I gave him 3 weeks to build the portal together with us from start to go live. We actually did it. We launched the partner portal on February 3rd of this year. And that was made possible by the close collaboration that we had. With Boris, with Ben, with Pierre, that really helped us throughout that period of 3 weeks. We had internally, Sandra had daily stand-ups where we worked on the portal. But the most important thing is we weren't dependent on the partner team. We were able to do a lot of things ourselves. And that was very important for us, that we were able to manage this portal ourselves. Because some of the other vendors that we looked at, most features they could provide to a certain extent, but it was all managed by them. I couldn't touch it. And that's really what, for us, was very important, that we are able to do a lot of things ourselves. And all of those things combined is when you do that, you get partners to say things like this. And these are really things that partners tell us. We've had companies that said like they weren't even interested in our market, that are now entering our market because of the program it presented to them. But one of the things I started with was getting your seat at the table. And so posts like this are things you see very often, because we all want to get our seat at the table. We all want to get that attribution. And that is, I think, maybe for me internally to build my case, the most important is that I can get things like this to show to my board, like, the money you invested, it's coming, it's doing this. You're growing, you're getting opportunities, you're seeing where they go. You see pipeline by stage that is matched with our internal stages. You see where they drop off. You see where deals are from, the partners are coming from. You see where, per channel manager, you can see where who's bringing in many deals. And month by month, you can see that curve. And this isn't from today, by the way. We didn't do 7 deal recs this month. This is from earlier this month, this graph. But this is very important for you as a partner leader. If you are a partner leader, this is how you earn your money. Not by signing partnerships, but by being able to provide yours. I don't know who you report, your CRO, CEO, directly board, doesn't matter. But this is what keeps you in your job. Everything else is good for the company. This is good for you. So, like I said, running a marathon at sprint speed in business is important, in life as well. Pick the right partners, keep them happy, and you'll be able to succeed.